What were we talking about?
Killing an idea.
Oh, yeah.
Is that we have to come up with bombs that kill ideas.
But I mean, I feel like you're on this page. Are we going to wipe them out?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that it's an emotional response.
Right.
I'm not on the page.
And that's not a good idea, emotional responses. Let's use this. And not.
Bill Maher just went after Stephen Colbert with fiery remarks, following leaked claims that Colbert was cut from CBS after a massive $40 million setback. Maher's sharp words turned the moment into pure headline drama.
Now the dinosaurs are outside of the theme park.
And
I do this for a living, and I'm not sure if I follow you there.
Okay, but they did.
Bill Maher unleashed a fiery critique on Stephen Colbert, blasting his show's downfall and claiming his relentless political obsession alienated much of the audience. Maher, who has long criticized Colbert, turned this moment into more than casual commentary. It was a sharp takedown of his rival's legacy. For Maher, it wasn't just about late-night TV. It was about calling out what he sees as the flaws that drove viewers away.
All the comics that were supposed to put everybody to bed or whatever it is, they all went bananas left. I mean, Colbert, these guys are terrible. Like, Kimmel to me is just maybe friends with him. I know a lot of people
I love Jimmy.
Yeah, like he's
Colbert and I
horrible
are
to
not
me.
friends.
Yeah, like those guys to me, they're just the worst sort of partisan nonsense. You want everybody.
But the good part of that is we don't hide it. Like, he doesn't like me and I don't like him. And we don't deny it and we don't like it.
No, but he's nothing.
Colbert?
Yeah, he's nothing.
He's also
meaning,
very successful.
No, but he's just giving the machine what it wants all the time.
Giving the
you
machine-
for my differences with you,
That
I totally respect you.
Is well said.
Yeah.
Giving the machine what it wants. I wish I had thought of that phraseology. That's exactly.
Maher pulled no punches as he blasted the former late-night host, accusing him of hiding partisan politics behind a comedy facade. He yearned for the golden age of late-night TV, when the goal was to entertain, not indoctrinate. Once a source of light-hearted laughs to end the day, these shows have become ideological echo chambers. Maher condemned hosts who blindly cheer leftist agendas while mocking conservatives, turning comedy into propaganda. It's not about humor anymore. It's about pushing a narrative.
Because he's stupid, this guy, so he's thinking he's praising, but he's actually undercutting. Again, this is a triple axle, and he always should get.
Dude, that's court jester stuff. That's the stuff the comics are supposed to do.
Right, court jester stuff.
That's the stuff we were supposed to do,
so
right? They've all become the reverse, though, right? They've all become.
Maher unleashed a scathing critique of Colbert, accusing him of betraying his comedic roots to become a sycophantic mouthpiece for the left. He charged Colbert with turning a once iconic late-night stage into a megaphone for woke ideology, lacking nuance, balance, or independent thought. Maher claimed Colbert had forsaken comedy for partisan preaching. Though they've crossed paths and shared stages, Maher revealed they've never been friends, because while Maher is liberal, he's no loyalist. He criticizes both sides, and that makes him dangerous and refreshing.
I think I did his show twice. I mean, it just, you could tell it's on screen, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not like we fucking fought each other and like came to blows.
But it's
just
thing.
like, he's very opposite of me. He's like a married Catholic, and I'm like me, So, but that's okay. We're not alike.
You bring your lawyer to confection.
Right. I don't have Republican gay sex.
Maher then tore into Colbert's carefully curated persona, calling it a performance cloaked in applause. He suggested that every laugh, clap, and reaction is choreographed, not a reflection of truth but of narrative control. Unlike Real Time, where Maher regularly challenges his audience and even draws boos for speaking uncomfortable truths, Colbert's show, he argued, resembles political theater more than satire. Maher emphasized that while his show is scripted, it never demands blind agreement. Has Colbert ever let dissent ring out? He asked. Your guess is as good as mine.
And now the dinosaurs are outside of the theme park.
And
I do this for a living, and I'm not sure if I follow you there.
Okay, but they did.
The tension between Maher and Colbert is undeniable, and it's been simmering for years. They clearly don't like each other. While Maher at least makes an effort to be civil, Colbert often comes off as smug. In one appearance, Maher cracked a sharp joke that drew laughs from the audience, but Colbert pretended not to get it, leaving Maher hanging and looking foolish on national TV. Maher hasn't hidden his disdain, yet he still shows up, because he values open dialogue, even with critics. That's real discourse. Colbert, on the other hand, plays petty. He leans into canceling, mocking, and silencing those who don't echo his worldview. For Maher, it's about debate. For Colbert, it's about domination.
What were we talking about?
Killing an idea.
Oh, yeah.
Is that we have to come up with bombs that kill ideas.
I mean, I feel like you're on this page. Are we going to wipe them out?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that it's an emotional response.
Right.
I'm not on the page.
And that's not a good idea, emotional responses. Let's use this and not...
Maher then utterly dismantled Colbert, urging him to think with his brain, not just his emotions, because emotions, he warned, can mislead. Hatred blinds us to the good in others, just as blind love hides their flaws. Maher called on Colbert to rise above tribalism and engage in critical thought. Holding strong opinions is fine, he said, but if emotion rules everything, fairness and intellectual honesty disappear. Bias is human, but staying level-headed in heated moments is maturity. That's what separates true thinkers from rigid ideologues.
You're given $100 million. You lose $40 million a year, but why were you given the job? It's why I always say the thing about, I'm not that interested in what the ladies of The View say anymore. I'm not that interested in what the crazy people on MSNBC say anymore. I'm interested in the corporate layer of it. I'm interested in the people that are running the show saying, okay, we'll give you this to do this. Like, whether Colbert knows it or not, he was just giving the machine what it wants. Oh, there's a guy who will literally dance to convince people to get a vaccine that doesn't work. We'll give him plenty of money to do it, right? And there's a guy, Brian Stelter, who will say whatever we want, and then people will wake up and his ratings will be horrible, so we'll fire him, and then he'll disappear for a year, and we'll bring him back because not everyone will give the machine what it wants. And there's the inherent problem. That's why going independent really is the only thing that you can do if you're going to be a truly honest player.
Anyone going into business expects to turn a profit. And when losses pile up, the smart move is to cut bait. That's exactly what happened with Stephen Colbert. Despite a staggering $100 million annual budget, he was reportedly losing $40 $50 million a year. CBS eventually made the obvious call: pull the plug. But as Dave Rubin noted, the real question is why Colbert had that massive budget to begin with. It wasn't for comedy. It was to echo establishment talking points. From the COVID vaccine push to downplaying the Hunter Biden laptop story, Colbert acted less like a host and more like a high-paid mouthpiece. When news of his firing broke, Jon Stewart went ballistic. Listen to this.
The fact that CBS didn't try to save their #1 rated network late-night franchise that's been on the air for over 3 decades is part of what's making everybody wonder, was this purely financial? Or maybe the path of least resistance for your $8 billion merger?
Stewart's blood boiled as he lashed out at Paramount, CBS's parent company, accusing them of shamelessly bowing to Donald Trump. In a fiery tirade, he claimed the network prioritized cozying up to Trump, hoping to smooth the path for their $8 billion merger, over preserving Colbert's late-night legacy. To Stewart, it wasn't about ratings or content, it was pure politics and profit. Honestly, his outrage was no surprise. Stewart was never going to throw Colbert under the bus. He launched Colbert's career, mentored him on The Daily Show, and watched him rise to fame. Their bond runs deep. To Stewart, this wasn't just a corporate betrayal, it was personal. Still, Stewart's outburst drew criticism from all sides. Watch this.
There was speculation yesterday in the podcast universe. Bill Simmons had on Matthew Bellany of Puck News, formerly Hollywood Reporter, and they openly wondered whether when Jon Stewart went on the air Monday night, he would quit because he was so outraged over the deep wrong that had been done to his good friend Stephen Colbert, clearly fired over politics. And so there was some anticipation. They both said they were going to watch Stewart live that night to see whether he would quit and make a point that this was deeply immoral, so much so that he would sacrifice the millions and the fame, air quotes, that he's getting from his reappearance on Mondays on The Daily Show. And instead, this is what we got.
Megyn Kelly didn't hold back as she tore into Jon Stewart's glaring hypocrisy over the Colbert debacle. While some expected Stewart to take a principled stand, maybe even resign from The Daily Show, which falls under the same Paramount umbrella, He chose theatrics over integrity. Instead of stepping down in protest, he delivered a cringeworthy song and dance routine disguised as satire, supposedly targeting Paramount. But the one move that would have actually made a statement resignation never came. Stewart, it turns out, valued the security of his paycheck and the comfort of fame over genuine solidarity with his longtime friend and protege, Stephen Colbert. Megyn called it what it was: performative outrage, loud, dramatic, and ultimately empty. If this had truly been about principle, Stewart had both the platform and power to walk away and send a real message. Instead, he chose the safer route: pretend rebellion, all while cashing in.
Lefties are losing it over news of the show's cancellation. Failed vice presidential candidate Tim Walz, Tampon Timmy, has posted to social media declaring that Stephen Colbert is the best in the business. He always told the truth to power and pulled no punches. We need more of that, not less. Well, having Tim Walz endorse you says it all.
Interestingly, all the outrage over Colbert's firing is coming almost entirely from the left, crickets from the right. That silence speaks volumes. It shows just how far Colbert drifted from comedy into activism. He wasn't aiming to make everyone laugh, just to make his side feel morally superior. In doing so, he failed at the core of his job, being broadly funny. By turning his show into a partisan megaphone, he alienated half the country. Predictable and one-sided, Colbert stopped being satire and became sermon. So it's no surprise only his choir is mourning. Everyone else had already tuned out.
Actress Jamie Lee Curtis.
It's bad. He's a great, great guy. Yeah. They're trying to silence people, but that won't work. Won't work. We will just get louder.
In the end, Colbert's downfall wasn't just about ratings or money. It was about losing the soul of comedy. He traded laughs for lectures, punchlines for politics, and transformed into a partisan icon rather than a true entertainer. While his allies cry foul, the silence from the rest of the country speaks volumes. Megyn and others exposed the cracks in his polished image. He alienated audiences, turned his stage into a soapbox, and paid the price. Comedy should challenge power, not conform to it. And when it becomes predictable, divisive, and agenda-driven, people tune out. That's exactly what happened. And that wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.